And 3, 2. Welcome, folks, to the number one. Well, this is like the second. I guess many things have been built on Giant Bomb, whether it's PCs, studios, Joy-Con controllers. But today we're continuing to build the spaceship. For the folks that are watching live, what a wonderful time Vinny and Brad had building out in space. So I thought we would continue with the theme of space, because I think Rory's doing something with space, and that in my small space, I would continue to build the spaceship. Take a sip every time I've said space. But yeah, if you missed the first part of this, and you're watching live, cue up that video, because that was just a fun time, me being a little chatterbox. And, oh gosh, why was there dust on this? Sharing stories from my past. Still have yet to tell a story about knocking someone out. Maybe we won't get to that today, because it's a little bit, it's too early in the day for me to tell that story. We have not gotten spicy just yet. In the off chance I finish this build, we'll also, maybe do something else. Who knows? I got time. We got time. Also, let's pop open questions and at me if you're trying to do some stuff. Also, before we get to the building part, I have a big head, very big head. It's full of secrets, full of thoughts. But this is a normal sized bandana, and it almost did not fit around my head. And I really need something to keep my hair out of my face. Long time ago, actually, I had to post. I posted. Your boy used to rock the man bun. Maybe a fashion faux pas. A lot of you may not like that, but your boy had to rock it because your boy wanted to do it. But anyway, let's get on with this build. I don't remember where we left off with. My bookmark was here, so I think we'd gotten this little. I don't think we did get this little 2x1 gray. Yeah, we just chilling, folks. We're just hanging out, having a good time. I saw someone recommend that they enjoy the bowl method of separating my Lego, but they also had suggested doing it by color, and would have been a great idea, but we're too far gone. And who knows, if I just keep talking, we may not even get past this step. You know what? We're going to slowly color stuff out. Most underrated thing to put in a burrito is definitely French fries. If you haven't tried it, try it. Home fries. I love myself a good Be-Fast burrito. Actually, you can put anything in a tortilla or a burrito and be fine, really. I'm just going to pull out all these white pieces. Yeah, we should sell a Giant Bomb bandana. I'd buy it. I'd ask Business Dave for one first, and then he'd give me the spiel of, Jan, we need to make money. And then I'd be like, you right, dog. Let's make that money. And I'd buy one. Gosh darn. I swear to God, if this whole video is just me looking for this one piece, it's going to be a great video either way. What color is that? Okay, it's supposed to be gray. All right. Man, I set up all these angles just to still see me looking for this one piece. If you got any questions, or whatever, or just want to talk about stuff, holla at your boy. I'm watching the live chat. And you know what? I'm also looking at the little Twitch chat if you're watching on Twitch, Yeah, just holla at your boy. God damn it. What did we talk about last time? I told the bathroom story, and we're not going to repeat the bathroom story because, well, if you heard the bathroom story, we can't repeat it. I did think about giving out trade secrets of the coffee shop industry in the Bay Area, but I thought I don't want to spill the beans and possibly burn any coffee bridges with that. I swear to God, I'm gonna find this piece. I'm saddened, everyone, because my if you follow me on Twitter, I had posted that I bought 10 pounds worth of noodles straight from the supplier, and I recently, as of yesterday, finished 10 pounds of noodles. So that was lots and lots of noodles. Also, the more I'm talking, the more my head is getting hot, and just my overall temperature. And I think my frustration is growing because I can't find this fucking piece. But yeah, you know, ever have a digital copy? Buy a digital copy. Raffrass, ever buy a digital copy of a physical game out of laziness? Yes, numerous times. Out of convenience, and also me not wanting to visit a store. That's even prior to the quarantine. I just don't want to see random people. The other, I've been bouncing around a lot of dumb ideas, and by bouncing around a lot of dumb ideas, not with anyone in particular, I have been bouncing them around with myself, and I feel like I have. So a little insight into you know, my relationship with Benjamin Pack is that I will periodically, randomly. Is this it? No, it's, god damn it. Okay, we're gonna sort through these pieces. If anyone spots this 2x1 gray, it's this one right here, because I don't have it yet. It's the only piece I'm missing. Holler. But a little insight into my friendship and relationship with Ben is I will periodically slack him with the premise of a $1 million idea, and then follow it up with what I believe would be a $1 million idea. I thought of one very late last night, so I thought it'd be incredibly inappropriate to text Ben super late. So I thought of it because I think near the end of the last Bloodborne Identity, I was kind of thinking about playing through some like JRPGs, Xenosaga, all of the Final Fantasies for some reason, because, you know, we have nothing but time. Okay, I don't think it's in this bowl. So it's probably through the process of elimination in here, and that's not it. Is this it? God damn it. And I thought of a $1 million idea that I might stream after hours. And I see a couple folks have already broken, cracked, or read my mind as to what I have thought about. Okay. You know what? Yes, I do eventually plan on getting like a little grid building thing, like, you know, the pro chunkers do. And like the thing is, I don't want to skip step 35 because it's you know, there's a lot of chunking going on in Lego. So if I miss the one piece, then everything else might not fit. This is going to kill me. We need to get past this. This is like our Father Gascoigne for this stream. Pumpkin Chunkin. Do we just like skip the ship and just go into the truck? I can't do this. I should have looked for this piece in between the videos. Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I prepare better? Also, I might have just like dropped the piece. Let's see what was on my topic list of stuff to talk about. Let's see. Coffee shop stories. Still got a ton of those. Mixed TV. Oh, okay. Yes, I was on a dating show. I think I talked about that. I don't have any chismes because I haven't seen any friends lately, so I don't know. Yes, if there is a certain Japanese-style RPG that you've wanted to play through and would like to watch someone play through for like hours on end by themselves, because I don't know if I can convince anyone to sit with me virtually. I'm gonna just take it quick. I think I saw the 2x1 gray piece in your previous bowl. I was going to tell you, but you started shifting pieces around instead. Okay. All right. We're going to build by committee here. I'm going to dump these pieces. This is bowl 1. And dump it here. And then we're going to start sorting by color. We're going to put all the grays here. So we're looking for a light gray 2x1. This is not it. This is a trick piece. I'm going to put all the shades of gray in here. Little gray caps. Okay. All right. This, I need a flatter one. I need a flatter one than this. Okay. White pieces will go over there. Gray pieces we'll toss in here. I swear to all that is holy and right, we will move past step 35 today. We will do it. I believe in us. I believe in me. I believe in you. I'm just going to keep talking. Another thing I was thinking about doing is that, like, I feel like, you know, your boy here is it's getting too much extra jam, and this self-quarantine, shelter-at-home life. I don't know. Like, what if we all just do yoga together, right? We'll load up like some video. You can like sync. You could. I mean, you know, they have like Netflix Party. If I send out a link, y'all could sync up to like some type of YouTube workout that we find. Maybe we'll do a premium club one, you know? Can't find Ring Fit anywhere. So I had Ring Fit. I was all ready to use it. But then I needed a last minute gift for a friend. So I had to give that up. Okay. Folks, I'm going to say that there is no... the gray 2x1 is not here. So we'll move on to the next bowl. Separate these pieces. Still can't find it, but I got these cool like little lightsaber looking pieces. Wait, isn't it right by that bowl? Oh, okay, yes. It's not this piece because the one in the instructions here, it's a little flatter. This little one is a little too thick, little thick boy. It's like me, lately. I also realized I say thick way too much. I also thought about playing a music bed of some smooth jazz, but I realized how bothered folks could be with music playing in the background, so I thought to err away from that. In other news, I'm also getting faster internet soon, and I thought the best way to ring that in... Oh, look at this! Is this like a navy blue? I've never seen this color of Lego before. It's neat. Okay. Non-bowl here? Not here. I think it's very possible I may have used a little 2x1 gray on another piece. I actually may have a spare 2x1 gray piece laying around from a different build. There's a mod in chat. If you could run a quick poll for you, boy. If folks would like some smooth jazz in the back. Don't know why my voice went up like that. Okay, so these are the axles for the truck that we will eventually get to. I'll check the poll results in a sec. Oh my god. I thought this would be fun. Hang out with y'all. Getting to know each other virtually. Oops. I don't know what that will do for my feed. See what that did. Oh, okay. Well, I just stopped that camera then. Let's go back to that. Is this still Gucci? Is this still going? Still going? Alright, we lost the camera. It's fine. We'll just kill that. Oh my god. This is going to be the death of me. Actually, it looks like... Perfect. I am now in the general of the Discord. If anyone is ready to pop in and stuff. It's not here. Did I use it somewhere else? Did I drop it? Is it still in a bag?
Gotta find this piece, dude.
I gotta find this piece, Vinny. This will be the death of me. I need to move past step 35.
You can't move past until you find this piece.
I can't. I need to hold my... Have you ever gotten into a part of building Lego that where you've gotten stuck like this?
It happens every single Lego project, and I always think it's missing the piece. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I always find it.
You must have a stronger willpower than I do.
No, you got to take this whole thing apart.
I thought about that. I thought...
Could it be under the instructions?
I'd hate myself if it was. We're going to carefully... Nope. It is not under there.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop open some of these pieces. We're gonna break open the layers because I see like these are the pieces I need here.
So what is that 2x2 or 2x1 that's right underneath the nose of the ship? On the ground there?
Oh, that one was like a little too thick. Folks are saying
that's right.
I may have used it already on
See.
accident. Oh god. How are you doing, Vinny?
Oh god, I just so you almost knocked that thing over. I'm doing relatively okay. Yeah, not so bad. So far so good, I guess. I think I've adjusted, and then we got the kids going back to school next week, so we'll ramp up again. But I'm excited for the weekend. I'm gonna do some
like physically going back to school, or
no, the homeschooling stuff. They had spring break this week, so
I see.
And right now I'm just gonna in the CMS, putting up the archive for the stream we just did.
I caught the tail end of that. A lot of space shenanigans. Yeah.
Oh yeah, always space shenanigans. It's really fun. It's fun being able to jump around and like do streams with a bunch of people we don't usually stream with, and also just pop into streams like this.
Yeah.
So what have you decided?
So I'm like loosely popping pieces off, and I'm trying to cross-reference the chunks we've made. And I think I found the specific piece we need here.
Okay, found a candidate.
Yes, for the chunk we need. I don't want to disassemble too much where I'll be lost. But I think we'll be lost in a second.
So what would you substitute it with? Because you must have a different color. There's a 2x1 on that page that was white. Do you have an extra white 2x1?
So I think I've used it here. Okay. I'm just gonna pop all these pieces off. Nothing bad can happen.
No, no. Hey, listen, Jan.
Yes.
If you can't repair it, you don't own it. That's what they say, right?
Yes,
So
that's
you
true.
you built this, so now you can build it again. That's the joy.
That is the joy. Also, I have another Lego kit that I can just start instead if I get too frustrated with this.
But this is a spaceship.
It's a spaceship. I love space. Vinny, what did you want to be when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, like a kid,
Like a
for
kid.
a long time, I was a zookeeper. I wanted to run a zoo.
Oh, that's cool.
And then when I was a bigger kid, I was going to be a biology major. I was a biology major in college, and then I hit organic chemistry and realized that maybe I don't want to do that. and then became a fine arts major, which something that was very fun. But I still really like biology and the biology as a science. I'm so bad at math.
Yeah, I cannot stand the math part of any major. I had to take a special math class for fine arts majors that was like basically just algebra 1. And like I was okay at math, I guess. I'm just going to put all these pieces back, Vinny.
I love it. You're doing it.
I think I found the piece we've needed.
Doesn't that feel good?
It felt good. It felt great.
Yeah.
It felt great because I had support in terms of you here.
So wait, you were a fine arts major as well?
Yes.
What a great degree.
It'll take me very far.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of friends that will always talk about going to grad school, and they'll ask me like, "Hey, Jan, you wanna go to grad school too?" I'm like, "No, I don't know for what other than I guess to teach it."
So like it's a bummer because I love programming and engineering and I love the hard sciences. It's just I could probably get by using like not having to do the equations or just referencing the equations and what I need to do all the time. My problem is like my brain, the way my brain works, it doesn't work it's not a math brain. It's like I think it's more like a creative brain because like I can come up with like 7 answers for a math problem and justify it on a piece of paper in a way that's like, well, I could show you how I got here. It's wild.
Isn't that the new method of like teaching math to kids? Is like there's like multiple avenues though.
maybe multiple roads. I have multiple destinations. And like so like I'd be like 2 + 2 = 5, but like if you do this, like if you split 2 in half and then and then kind of like rearrange it a little bit and 2 make some friends, why not 5 at the end of this journey?
Yeah, I don't see a problem with that.
Split the equation sign in half, it turns into a 1, and then you got another little number there. So yeah, it was just bad. But I love I love science and all that stuff. It's just I remember when I used to do Flash stuff. Remember Macromedia Flash?
Oh yeah. My school for whatever reason thought it'd be a good idea to teach like second graders like that stuff for some reason.
Oh my gosh, that is a great idea. I mean, look what it can get you now. I mean just having those concepts was probably a good idea. And then I bought, and this was me like out of college, I would buy math books because a lot of the cool stuff being done with Flash at the time involved, knowing how to calculate the perimeter of a circle or, make things be constrained by the radius of something or do all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I should learn these formulas so I can figure this stuff out. And man, I was terrible at it. There was a period of in the early 2000s of really overwrought Flash sites that really went for function over or form over function. Have you met somebody who's really good at math?
Oh yeah.
They're amazing.
Well, you
Yeah.
both have met me, and I'm great at math.
Did you ever meet Abby Russell?
I've
wish
met
she were
Abby
here.
like a handful of times.
I wish she were
I
here.
hear she's cool.
Every time I've
She's
been
so-
incredibly intimidated that she's gonna punch me in the face, and it's happened
Wow.
twice.
But yeah, I hear that's the thing she does.
Math problem solved.
Yeah. You try.
Hello.
How are
Hey,
you?
Abby.
I'm doing well, thank you so much. I love a good Lego stream. I built a space shuttle in Lego once.
Is it possibly the same one?
No, because it's not to brag, but quite larger. It's
Oh.
bigger.
I believe yours is a rocket, not a shuttle, right? Yours is a
I have a rocket and a shuttle, actually.
Oh wow, really? You've got
I
a lot
have
of
the
space.
Saturn V, which is
Uh-huh.
huge, and then I have a shuttle, which is not so huge, but it is bigger than Jan's small shuttle.
Well, listen,
It's bigger than Jan's. That's all I'll say.
it takes all kinds of shuttles.
Yes.
It takes all types of shuttles. You need to say, hey, what if you have a small mission?
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah,
need a small-
exactly.
This could
You need a
fit
small
like
shuttle.
one minifig.
Abby, have you ever lost a piece while making Lego and then just kept moving on and just said, forget it?
All the time. So what'll happen with me when I lose a piece is I have a bunch of Legos, like just loose Legos. So I'll look in there and be like, do I have the same piece? And then usually I don't, but I will have like the same shape and size, but like a different color. And I'll just slap that one on there and it'll be like, why does this Millennium Falcon have a purple brick on it?
Because they're adding a little flair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's my personal touch.
Oh god.
How do you think, maybe somebody in the chat knows, how do you think they decide? You think every Lego kit has the same extra pieces at the end?
Oh, that's a great question. I always
don't
wonder
know.
that because I figure they are the pieces that you're most likely to lose, but truly, who knows?
I wonder if anybody has ever answered that question. I wonder if two people just bought a Lego kit and said, these are the exact same pieces. I had the exact same ones at the end too.
I mean, someone must know, right?
Nope. It's
never
one
been
of the-
cataloged.
Nope. No, we'll never know.
I think I've gone over the block that was over. That was stumbling block. I think I have the pieces now.
Yay!
Yay! Glad you figured it out, Jane. Also, anyone who's telling me that the plural of Lego is not Legos, I don't care. I'm going to call them Legos because it's easier, and I don't work for a Lego company, so I truly don't care.
You answer to no
That's
one.
my thoughts about it. Exactly.
It's one of those pieces of information. People are there's like a part. Some people feel so eager to point that out. They love that. They love that one.
What?
They love pointing out the it's actually Lego.
Folks on the internet being very incessant on something? Never.
But they love that one. I don't think they do it for like octopi or like cacti.
Or like cacti or something.
Yeah, but
Dice
that
versus
one.
Die. I think it's probably a crossover of like nerd culture and like branding is like I know the specific branding thing, and also Lego I think attracts nerds. I can say that because I wear a Lego watch every day.
But you think there's anybody? Yes. I wear a Legos watch. Okay.
You're qualified.
I just wonder if it's like I wonder if it's a thing that anybody has not heard yet. Is there
I
anything?
know.
That's what I really wonder. Is it possible somebody has not? Somebody's like, oh, what? Oh, wow, really? I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Dang it! I feel so stupid.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Have either of you checked out the Lego Masters show?
No.
Oh.
No, I've heard about it. It seems too intense.
Is that
It's-
like Will Arnett hosting
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Will Arnett's hosting it.
Okay.
It's pretty good, but then like the level of intensity is a little off-putting
Yeah.
occasionally, and some of the folks like this is their life.
Interesting. I feel like I would be very fascinated to watch like a Lego documentary about like this is how we design all of our kits and all of that stuff. I think would be really fascinating, and I think maybe I have actually seen some Lego documentaries, but I don't necessarily need to see it in like a reality TV show format where they're like smashing this beautiful Lego creation at the end of it.
Do they?
I
Yeah,
was in all the commercials.
yeah.
Oh.
It was one of the challenges where they like dropped or blew up Lego.
Okay. That's
boy.
blowing up stuff is always fun. I watched the most Lego stuff I've watched on TV are Lego factory documentaries, or like inside where they
Oh,
extrude the bricks and like the polymer goes through the machine,
yes.
and how many different, and seeing all, like, there's something very awesome about all the pieces being sorted into one bucket that I love. Like every piece, when they're manufacturing, it's just a bucket of this one type of piece, and that is what I would want.
Yeah.
If I had unlimited money, if I were like a bajillionaire, actually, I'll just say a millionaire, because like maybe that's probably enough money to do it.
Never enough.
I would probably make a room that were just an extra room that were just like all little bins full of all types of singular Lego pieces. So,
Oh,
like,
Vinny, you got to get into the Lego YouTube. Those people
No.
are
Oh,
out
boy.
there, and they are not millionaires.
Oh, really? But have they?
Oh,
See, I've
yeah.
got too many other hobbies that it might compete with. Like the thing I learned about myself and about YouTube is like you can go watch somebody who's just singular focus as that, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
But I've spread it out over like 7 things, so I can't do the things that they do, because I've got like a shelf full of masterpiece transformers, and then like this thing has like, oh, okay, but then you look at the person who's like, my life is masterpiece transformers, and they just have them
Right.
all set up. So I've had to, I have not min-maxed. I've spread my points too thinly across.
Vinny, you ever get into yo-yos? Also, I want to let everyone know that we are now passing step 35. We found a
Nice.
piece. We've done it. Fantastic. Yo-yos? Anyone?
How deep into yo-yo?
Like doing like a bunch of string tricks.
Okay, yes.
Like where you like walking the dog.
Like you wrap it looks like you're playing cat's cradle, and then like you bounce the yo-yo
Yeah.
off.
That's wild. I've never been into yo-yos.
Like yes, but like not for more than probably a combined 6 hours.
6 hours. I think combined, I've maybe played with the yo-yo for an hour and a half, probably closer to 45 minutes.
Jan, do you continue to, like, if I saw you and like, Jan, here's a yo-yo, could you blow my mind?
I could like maybe not blow your mind, but make you think like, oh, cool. I've spent a dumb amount of time with yo-yos. I actually I have a friend.
What are you trying to say about us,
Jan-
Jan? He's saying, is this a commentary on your new on your work life?
No.
They're called yo-yo bricks, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. Yo-yo is the brand.
Um,
They're called yo-yai.
I had a friend that took yo-yos way too seriously, and that, you know how yo-yos are like tied to the string is tied to the yo-yo itself, right? He would
Well, no,
not
I
have
feel
it.
like I've seen them where they're like a loop around so you can like spin freely. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But he would
Yeah.
undo that and play with his yo-yo unstringed, and it was just
Oh.
weird levels of like you've
So like it
dedicated
could just
way
like
too much
fall
time.
out the end, basically.
Yeah, but he would like use the momentum of the string, and then kind of like Castlevania whip
Sure.
the string onto the yo-yo. Yeah, he had a lot of time on his hands. He had a lot of
Wow.
time on his hands.
What are you doing?
I
in
know that
public?
is a
Like,
thing. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, he
He's
would
like a-
love to hang around like Japantown and flex his yo-yo
playing with
skills.
his yo-yo.
Oh,
People
you
get
did- weren't
arrested
there,
for
like-
that.
Didn't you have like a bunch of like yo-yo kids in front of your coffee shop, Jan? Wasn't this you?
Oh boy, yeah. Are you familiar with what a kendama is?
Yes.
Is that
Oh my
the little
gosh.
like ball and stick?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Jan, there was a guy when my wife was pregnant with my son. We had an upstairs neighbor who was trying to learn how to do that stuff.
Oh, no.
And he just on a hardwood floor. It was, I don't know how many times we had to go upstairs and be like, you have to stop this you have to stop being a college kid. Just stop for like an hour and a half. Just
How old
stop.
was he?
In college? It was
Okay.
like absolutely like late teens, early 20s. Like, just stop. It smells like weed. You're dropping your, what is it, kendama thing constantly,
Abracadabra.
and you play bad music. Just like stop it all for like, and then we moved because we couldn't deal with it anymore.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds fun.
It was just
I'm
it was
really
just
glad
like
I
it
didn't
was
go
it
on
was
the
constant like just like beats like and then on the ceiling, just super loud.
What's kind of alarming in my apartment is I will hear like my neighbors above me's like phone buzzing, and sometimes I'll hear like at like deep in the night I'll hear the person who lives above me snoring, and it makes me wonder what people can hear from my apartment, and it gives me deep anxiety all the time.
Yeah, so I used to live in an apartment, and it'd be maybe 10 p.m. and I'd be like listening to a podcast or watching a YouTube video on my phone with like headbud or headphones or earpods on, and my upstairs neighbor would still come over above my room and stomp that I was being too loud. And I'd be on like the smallest smidge of like the volume slider, and I'd just be looking up and just like, what? How can you hear this? I can't even hear this when I take it off out of my ears.
Did you ever go?
that.
Did you ever go to the apartment to see what it sounds like?
No. So I had a cousin that lived in the same apartment complex, just the next block over, and she had a friend that lived beneath her. And then I asked her friend to like, hey, could you just like fire something up real quick, like on your phone? And I couldn't hear squat.
Huh. I wonder if that's.
I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that sucks. No, I was gonna say that sucks.
Which leads me to believe that I wonder if like, so the person that lived above me was like an elderly woman with a hearing aid. So I wonder if like maybe my phone was giving off types of frequencies that might be fudging with her stuff.
Whoa.
Only ever
just
I
her.
don't know.
cranky.
Or
Maybe she was lonely, and like that was like how she was like, I want to go interface with people, and like I don't have a good reason, and I'm nervous, but like I just want to say hi.
She never said
Like,
hi,
I
but I
through
did
yelling.
see her though.
Because she's too proud, and this is how it's like Home Alone. Then when he's like very scared of the guy with the shovel, but then realizes that it's just so sad. It's just sad. I feel like I had a super high tolerance for noisy neighbors, and that one neighbor, they blew it.
Wow.
They blew it. And I don't like sending people up or sending out the vibes that like, this guy is gonna, and I had to really step up and ask my wife to do it. I had to really take that one for the team.
Yeah, that was big of you to have to do, Vinny.
Yeah. Well, I was like, oh man, you should go do it. Like, 'cause you're like 7 months pregnant, and they're gonna feel super bad. And
That's how you got to do it.
And then they totally did not.
Oh, really?
Oh man, she was so mad the first time she came back down because we had no idea what it was at first. We just thought they just kept dropping like a bowling ball constantly. Like, what are they doing up there? And then when she came back down and had to explain what the hell they were doing, she was so, it was so mad.
I love that.
It was like, man.
Have you ever seen a video of someone that takes that stuff way too seriously though?
The ball and stick thing?
Yeah.
I think I've seen like young kids do it in a not that serious way, but more serious than most people.
You know, Abby, how like there's the college trope of like a bunch of people in a circle playing hacky sack, right?
Yes.
And like taking it way too seriously.
Sure, yeah.
I have seen grown men, old like in their 30s, like taking this way too seriously, and like full extension of like squatting down to catch it and stuff. And like they do this weird thing of like once they do like an impressive catch, they'll like wiggle it around, so it's like you hear the little knocking stuff. And I've seen people toast their kendamas as like, hey, congrats bro, you nailed that trick.
No,
Sick.
I don't want to judge people for their hobbies
feel free.
or their weird subculture. I think ultimately you do you and have fun, but also I want absolutely nothing to do with this one.
I was
people who take anything too seriously, it's bad, right? It's
Sure.
Well, okay. There's probably like a couple of things. I was gonna say like brain surgery, but you could probably even take like that too
But it's
seriously.
like, I think there's a way to take it too seriously and not have a sense of humor about like literally anything about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Like a
that's
brain-
kind of where I'm at.
If like two brain surgeons were in a thing, like, yo, bro, that's awesome. What you just did in there, like super sweet. Like even that would be too much, right?
And then like tapped brains together.
Tapped their scalpels, and then one took out a yo-yo and was like, watch this. watch this sweet trick.
at that point I would be kind of impressed. Like, can you imagine if like House, instead of his tick being like taking drugs, he would just like occasionally pop out a yo-yo, and instead of taking a drag, he just walk the dog real quick.
Oh yeah, that'd be. There probably wouldn't be as good a show, but it would be like the kids' version of the show, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably what Doogie Howser would do.
Just like then, like somebody walks in, and it's like, House, cat's cradle. I know what that means. Somebody's gonna die.
I'm so close to cracking the code as to why this person has like a tumor.
Have you ever played with what are the yo-yos that it's like I think they call them Chinese yo-yos, the ones that have the 2 sticks in the rope and then the yo-yo slides up and down? Have you seen that?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, those things.
Those are very cool.
Yeah.
I had a group of acquaintances in college that got really into slacklining.
What's that?
Slacklining? Oh, is that where you like walk? You like it's basically like tightrope walking, but like like a foot off the ground, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
So people will
Go
set
to a
up.
park, Vinny. You'll see it.
Okay.
No one can go to a park, Abby. No one can do it.
Yeah, good point.
People will tie like a rope between like trees or like whatever posts. It'll just be like a foot or like 2 feet off the ground, and they'll just try and walk across it. And like that will be their physical activity in terms of exercise, because you know it's probably
Sure,
physically demanding, you know.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
But then they quickly cross the threshold of taking stuff way too seriously, way too quickly.
Okay.
And then I knew a gentleman that would not only do that, he'd walk to the middle, and then he would have his girlfriend pass him his Chinese yo-yo and start doing tricks while he was slacklining.
I mean, that's like training for some kind of show, right? Like if you eventually make the line so high that you're on a tightrope, and then you're doing that, and that's impressive.
He was like a business major, though.
Hey, well, maybe his business was entertainment. You know?
You know what? There is no better business than show business.
That's right. No business I know.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, maybe he was like, maybe one day that line got real high. Would they laugh at me if like like, is there a minimum height?
No, I think for the most part they're kind of like,
ground?
well, they'd probably laugh at that point.
Okay.
Well, they wouldn't laugh out loud. They just like stare at you.
Okay. What if it broke? What if I went on and it just snapped?
I don't.
Imagine the rope breaking and also your ankles breaking. You're like foot off the ground, but still, just like everything.
Just like me going to a college campus, like, hey guys, let's try this out.
Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do this. I've got my yo-yo, my fushigi, and my what are the sticks? What are the sticks that you do? The devil's and my devil sticks.
Oh yeah,
Abby, you don't know what a fushigi is?
Right? I'm gonna Google it, but I don't know how to spell it.
Have you seen...
However you do it, it'll come up. There's only so many ways.
Oh, the little glass balls, the labyrinth balls.
Yeah, the labyrinth ball. Oh my god.
Labyrinth is the only thing that made it interesting. Everything else, nobody else can pull this off. It's either I've only ever seen it's like the labyrinth or the Ren Fair is the only place I'm like, yes, this is cool. But if I see it in any other context, I'm like, oh my god, nerd, come on.
There is I don't think this is. I hope this isn't spoilers, but it's actually for Final Fantasy VII, the remake. It's a small scene where Cloud is holding an orb of materia like a fushigi, and I just wanted to stop playing the game.
Too many bad memories.
Yeah, just like I knew my best friend actually took fushigi way too seriously. Yeah, I can't talk about it anymore.
How much? So if you take fushigi very seriously, because I don't know anybody who ever has, does it mean that you have like multiple fushigi balls and they do different things?
So
I feel like if you have any number of fushigi balls, you take it too seriously.
That's fair. That's fair.
0 to 1 is getting way into it.
Yes.
But like do you have like a closet where they're all in like satin, shelf, and like, oh well, this one this is a 7-ouncer and I could do some really cool stuff with it.
You joke, but he does have like a small box that's like lined with satin cloth. That he puts his several fushigis in.
Several. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I am not going to say this as a joke, and I'm not goofing here, but I honestly think for for a long time, and I still do it, practice juggling because I feel like
Oh, that's cool.
That's fun.
I
I
would
think-
love to learn to juggle.
because having kids, I've never met small children who don't love somebody trying to juggle and messing it up. So like,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but you have to be able to do it just long enough to be like, wow, and then drop them all over the floor, like because you could do it with anything, right? Walk into a house and be like, get
Yeah.
two apples and an orange, and be like, hey, and then just drop them on the floor, and then they like it.
My
yeah.
friend Jeff, he works in Bryant Park teaching people how to juggle. That's like his full-time job.
Is he a
Wow.
good juggler?
He's great.
Juggling's hard.
I know. He was like my intern when I was working at the Magnet Theater. He like worked front of house as an intern, and he would teach everybody how to juggle during our shifts. And I did okay. I can do like 3 balls like for like maybe like 5 tosses, and then it all goes to hell.
That's about where I'm at. I think
Yeah.
it depends on the object too. Like
Yeah.
a little bit better with the bean bags than with anything else. But yeah, I'm pretty terrible at juggling. But like I said, kids are fighting, or like a kid super pouty, just dropping stuff on the floor and looking like an idiot is like always a good one.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I'm gonna say another fun fact about my friend Jeff. Do you guys know that show Billy on the Street?
Sure.
No.
You guys don't know that show? It's so good.
Is it street magic?
Anyway. Oh, I wish. No, what it is it's a comedian going around with a microphone, and then he basically like yells questions at people, and he's like,
I've seen the trailer.
yes, exactly. Like, what's the best like Julia Roberts movie for $1? And then everyone's like, what? And then
Yeah.
occasionally someone will be like, Pretty Woman, and he'll be like, here's your $1. Anyway, Rory says that dude yells too much. Rory, you're wrong. The yelling is what makes it good. Anyway, my friend Jeff was on that show. It was about Pretty Woman, and they had like a big long argument because my friend Jeff was like, Pretty Woman's not very good.
Wait, on air? Did they keep it?
Yeah. Yes, there's like a clip of it somewhere.
I remember seeing that that trailer on Netflix. It was like in the row with the street magic stuff. So it was like in that like that row on Netflix that was like I like watching the street magic stuff, but I don't find it very impressive because any magic that's on TV I just think is probably you can do so much fakery and camera work, so it is never impressive. But I like magic.
You cut out for me a little bit there. I just heard you go, magic.
I love magic.
I've heard that
Yeah.
about you.
Me too. Vinny, you got to go to the Magic Castle. Highly recommend it.
Okay. I
It's
think magic
wild.
is fun. I like card tricks. That's another thing. I'll learn like 3 good card tricks or 1 good card trick and 2 bad ones. I like magicians who intentionally flub a magic trick and then the real thing is even more impressive.
Oh yeah,
I
I know
always
that's the
love that one.
best.
Like, oh, you messed it up. I did, and now it's in your pants. What? The magic was in my pants. That's always fun.
Yes. Yeah, I like magic.
Abby,
yeah.
I
What?
bought 2 decks of cards of the same decks of cards so I could do 1 magic trick and blow, because it only works on like a 5-year-old for my kids, where you hide the card in another part of the house from the one deck, and then you do the whole trick, and then you like pretend to throw it across the room, and I'm like, go look over there, and they find it and they're like, holy cow, how'd you do that? And I was only able to
I
do it
love
once.
that.
It was great. It was great. Doing magic tricks with little kids right before, like, my son's too old now he can see through all the gaps, but like 5 and 6 was great. About the same age they realized when you pull your thumb off, it's like not really coming off. Like that.
I was
Wait,
always
what?
confused by that. So like the thumb thing, always knew it was your hand. I didn't know what you were supposed to be doing. Same with like the got your nose, and then it's just like a thumb. I'm like, it's a thumb. I don't understand. Like I just couldn't understand what they were trying to do with it. Like I found it so confusing every time.
Zero buy-in. Just-
Yeah, well, it was also just a thing where, like, I think I would just look confused, and people would be like, "It's a joke. Oh, put it back." And then I'm like, "I don't understand what you did, though. It was your thumb."
That's right. You just had your thumb in your other hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
For a hot second, I thought about dropping everything I was doing in my life to train to be a magician.
How do you drop everything to train to be a magician, though? Is there like a magic school?
Yeah.
I bet some.
There's
you
a
could pay
magic
plenty of people.
Yeah, there's a magic shop in San Francisco where
Oh. Is it like the one in Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
very close actually.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought about it for a hot second, and then I realized I need money to live. So
To live.
yeah, so I had to drop my magic dream. But
So
That's a
how
shame.
far did you get?
well, so like I have tendonitis in both hands, so like doing anything like
Oh.
super tactile.
Like building Lego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is all Lego pieces, for instance.
Like kind of hurts or whatever.
Oh, you just ruined the whole vibe of this.
No, this is me. This is
It's like a torture stream
rehabilitation.
for Jan.
This is like rehabilitation,
Okay.
And I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, I would do like a bunch of like Amazing Jonathan style things where I'd like you said, Vinny, purposely try and flub stuff up
Yeah, I love that.
and have way too elaborate of things set up. But yeah, the monetary thing was an issue. Also, there was another like guy training to be a magician in like the same like two friend groups away from mine, that he was very territorial about his magic, that he was like, oh, this is a thing Jan wants to get into, this is just a phase. And he was right. He was right.
He ruined your dream.
He ruined my dream. It's never too late though.
Oh.
I have all the time in the world to train to be a magician now.
What's your favorite trick that you could do?
I would do this a banana thing, or I would take an unpeeled banana, open it, and it would be completely cut up on the inside.
Oh wow,
What?
really? Do you
Yeah.
use like a thread or
Weird
something
one.
to cut them up?
A magician
You
never
want to- you
reveals
don't-
his secrets.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, well, just
here's
like
the thing though, you're
slack
not a
it to
magician.
us.
Yeah, I'll
you
slack
took
it
a
to you.
different path.
Yeah.
You took a different path. You're an A+ producer and Lego streamer. So like now you can tell us.
Oh, okay. So the trick was, you take the banana, right?
That was easy.
Yeah, see, it's gonna work.
Vinny's very
right.
convincing. If I was the kendama guy above him, then I would have just stopped altogether.
I told you I love science.
So what you do is you take the banana. This is like a pre-prep trick, and you take like a toothpick, and you
Okay.
stick it. It needs to be like a ripe banana, so like you need the spots to hide where you stick the toothpick in,
Yeah.
and then like you wiggle the toothpick around to pre-cut the banana, and then
Cool.
you pull the banana
Oh.
out. You pull-
Vinny's confused.
I still don't get it. You could be showing me this, and I think I would still not get it.
then you show off the banana, and you do like a fake karate, like hiya, and then unpeel the banana. Lo and behold, people think you're a magic karate man.
Oh, I see. So the banana is just sliced in half. It's not sliced into like 7 segments.
Oh no, you take the toothpick and do it several times.
Oh, okay, cool. And then you peel it back, and then I see, and then so you do the chop before you peel it, and then like you've gone so fast through the banana, the skin stays solid. But I see, that's cool,
Yeah.
like a psychic, like you're right through.
Yes, cut it with
That's
my
a good
mind.
one. That's a good one. Are you good with cards?
No, I'm terrible with cards.
No.
So I have another group of friends that got way too into cardistry. Are you familiar with what that is?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think you've got a very you've got a YouTube consortium of friends. You've got like
I liked Vinny trying to figure out the most polite wording of this.
your friends are basically YouTube holes. They're
Yeah.
just,
Oh, totally.
like they're just like the rabbit holes everybody falls down on YouTube. Yes, cardistry. Sure.
Yeah.
What's cardistry? What is it?
It's like when you take a deck
not
of cards and it could lead to magic,
Is
but
it
like
when you like do that shit where you like shuffle it and your like hands are 2 feet apart, but they're like catching it with the other hand?
yes, and then like you do
Oh.
like weird like borderline tutting finger tricks to like make the cards into like a pentagram or like a star or whatever, that type of stuff.
Interesting. I can do a bridge. Is that cardistry?
Yeah, you're a cardistry master now, Abby.
Cool. Gonna go start a YouTube channel.
Yeah, you got it. I have decks of cards to try and practice. So I always thought since I had larger hands that would be easier for me. Same with Magic. I thought like, palming a coin would be easy, but it might have. I think it works better for me with like a $50. like is about the size I need to palm. And a quarter is too small. I can't actually palm it.
Well, that's why you need a show coin.
But how do you do that? There's like wouldn't people know?
Well, like I wouldn't.
Vinny, you got your coin collection. Just get a big fat one.
Yeah, but don't you need to be like, hey, like, wow, you pulled this like 1902 silver dollar out of my ear. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, you're a magician. I feel like people wouldn't ask that many questions.
Well, when you do the thing and all the stuff comes out of your nose into a bucket, that's gonna cost me a fortune.
Being a magician isn't cheap, Vinny.
You spend a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jan, I got a question.
I'm
I'm watching a Cardistry video now. It's very cool, but why learn this if you're not going to also learn magic? Like the whole point is like you do this and then you like do some wild trick. Like
all for the clout. All for the clout.
Like
the clout. You need magic. If you don't have magic, then like what's the point?
Think if you were like at a game of poker and it's like, oh, Abby's turn to deal, and then you're like, whoa, look out, Abby.
Okay, but like you have to have a separate card hobby. Like if somebody pulled out a deck of cards and was like, I'm going to show you a magic trick, I'd be like, cool. If someone pulled out a deck of cards and was like, I'm going to show you cardistry, I'll be like, what? Like you need context for it, you know?
Or people like just love showing off.
Or you need like a really good story, like, yeah, I was I got trapped on a space station by myself for like 7 months and just had this deck of cards and like check it out and be like, oh wow, that's amazing.
You weren't supposed to be doing space work?
No, that was all done. We did it in the first week.
Also, I love you're on a space station learning cards with no gravity.
That's
like,
how
I feel like that wouldn't translate well.
That's how I got so good.
Oh no.
This space shuttle's looking great.
Yeah, I think I'm almost done with
it. Does it come with like minifigs or anything?
It does not, but it.
Can I see the box?
Let me find the box.
It's not. It's fine. No, I'm just curious what set you've got.
It's this Creator 3-in-1. So I could either build the spaceship,
cool.
or this mobile home, or this helicopter.
Cool.
Oh, but you haven't started the truck yet.
Negative.
Oh, okay. This is a cool build.
Yeah,
this is a cool build.
So
there is a mobile home that's like I think been discontinued, but I think it's so cool just because it's such a weird mundane build of like what kid wants to build like a camper van, you know what I mean? But I love it. I want to get it, but it's kind of hard.
Have you either of you seen the set that is coming out? And I'm trying to stop myself from buying more Lego after this, but they are releasing Dominic Toretto's Charger from Fast and the Furious as a Lego set.
That's cool. Like, which one? Which one is it? Because doesn't it go through a couple?
Like the Dodge Charger from I think like the first movie.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
It's like a Lego
stock one.
Yeah.
So I feel like by the time he was like fighting the submarine on the ice, it was like supercharged and like had all. Boy, I want to say Fast and Furious 7, but I want to also say no. It must have been Fate. I'm gonna look it up. Dominic's Charger.
There's a Lego build that I really want. Oh, I forget what it's called. It's not a Transformer, and I don't think it's a Gundam, but it's something similar. I just think it looks so cool.
Is it a Zoid?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it. Zoid?
Yeah.
It's a Zoid.
It's like in between of a Transformer and a Gundam. Kind of. Okay.
Jan, this looks sick.
Have you seen the price tag though?
No, I did not.
What's it called again, Jan?
Dominic's Dodge Charger. I think it's like a Lego Technic set.
Yeah, it's not the regular Lego.
Oh man, this thing rules.
I know.
The car Legos. This thing is so cool.
I saw that they had a Fiat one, and I was really tempted, but I have to stop myself.
Oh, I'm building the Fiat one.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's $100? That's expensive. Okay.
That's okay. I'm gonna be real about Lego.
Oh, be real.
Pretty affordable. Like the Lego ones, like that's like middle of the road. I feel like.
We have a friend whose kid is into Mindstorm stuff, or is into like robotics and did Mindstorm stuff, and I looked it up for my kids, and I was like, I don't think we can do it because like that is just that Mindstorm so expensive.
Oh.
It's like like
Mindstorm?
yeah, it's like the programmable Lego stuff.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean those have like
Yeah.
electronics in them and shit.
They're just
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's like
it's just-
$200.
yeah, well,
Also,
like the start.
someone is Voltron a transformer? Because that's the Lego I think is really cool. Lego Voltron.
Anything's a transformer if you believe hard enough.
Well, you raise a good point.
They transform in from robotic kitties to a robotic knight.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
like
transform.
Power Rangers.
Okay. Well, I think Lego Voltron's very cool. I don't understand how it's not a transformer or a Gundam. Quite genuinely, I don't understand. They look the same.
It's more like a Gundam. I mean, there are no humans inside Transformers. They think for themselves.
Is there a human inside Voltron?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
five of
there's yeah, and
a whole team.
sometimes a cat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, does the cat talk?
They're mice. I don't know if the cat and the mice sometimes go in, right? Jan, I don't know, I haven't watched Voltron in a long time.
I get Voltron occasionally confused with He-Man, and He-Man has the talking cat, right?
Well, it doesn't. Does he talk? Cringer? I don't think Cringer talks.
Cringer.
What's the thing?
Cringer? Battle
Lego's
Cat?
Snarf?
Oh,
Maybe
that's
that is-
Snarf. That's not He-Man. No, that is Lionel and Snarf. That is the Thundercats.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, boy.
Thundercats. That's a whole different.
Yeah,
thing.
that's a whole.
Never
That's
seen
a
it.
whole
I had
different.
roommates who liked it.
It's a whole different fetish.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Thunder. That's a weird. That's a good jump there, though, Jen. I liked the He-Man because He-Man and Thundercats are kind of similar, but Voltron and He-Man not so similar. But I understand if you're getting the cats from Voltron to Thundercats. So like I got you a little A to B to C, where C and A don't match up, but you need that BP.
Always need that BP.
Always need that BP.
That's what they say about me.
Are you still engaged with Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh.
I need to lessen the amount of physical hobbies I get into because of the monetary aspect.
Yeah, hobbies in space, money in space, tough.
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought about firing up an old Yu-Gi-Oh game. So there's a Yu-Gi-Oh game on Steam, but it's very grindy to get the cards you want.
Oh.
So, maybe we'll try it out.
It's what is the mythos? What is the story there? What world? What kind of world are they living?
So they're living in like modern futuristic Japan. It's implied that it's Japan, and they're playing this card game, which is based off of an Egyptian card game that gods and demons would play, and they would pit real people and send people to the Shadow Realm if they lost. And there are different folks with these Millennium items who are like the head honchos in Egypt that would
What? Why
Yeah.
is Egypt so involved in it?
I have no idea.
I watched the cartoon before school growing up, and I did not remember any of this. I just remember every episode was the exact same format.
Right. And that like they would take 5 hours to make one card move, and then they wouldn't play by the actual rules of the fucking game.
I never learned the real rules.
Oh my god, it was the most frustrating thing on the playground. Of someone would do something that wasn't legal in the actual card game, and they'd say like, "Oh no, I saw it on the show. We can do that." And it's like, "No, you can't do that. There's a rule book." I don't know. I got.
Was there also a thing they would like pull the cards from like a wrist thing? There was like this weird like wrist.
Oh my god, I'm in the perfect Discord chat because with you two, because I've been thinking about trying to make a dual. Vinny, you know what a dual disc looks like, right?
No, wait, is this the Yu-Gi-Oh thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I like that you thought Vinny would know.
No.
Like you knew I'm a lost cause, but Vinny.
Well, you mentioned
that
it.
guy.
I was thinking about trying to
Yes.
somehow.
Okay, I've seen this. Yes.
Okay, perfect. I've been thinking about how to make a producer dual disc to live produce a show on the fly on my arm, because
Easy
Yeah.
peasy.
right there's got to be some
Seems
like,
like it'd be heavy, right?
What, you wanted to animate and like flip open?
well, I want to like be able to like cock it open and like, oh, I need to go to camera 3 now. Oh, Jeff's audio is a little too hot. Gotta bring him down a bit. But then I also
Yeah.
kind of
Tape
want
an
like,
iPad to your arm.
see, that's the easiest thing to do. But like, I want like tactile buttons.
Yeah, we could do this, Jan. This is not. Out of all the things, this is not the hard one.
There's a Twitch streamer that does something similar to this and has like achieved my producing dreams of that. And I just need that in like day-to-day operation in like the studio if we can ever go back. And I realize.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead. No, I'm watching a 7-year-old build one. We could do that.
Oh my god. Oh, the Twitch streamer is the Sushi Dragon, and this guy, he has so much space, and that like his like technical prowess is incredibly impressive of the dumb crap he is able to make on the fly, because it's like almost improv video production, which is like all types of terrifying and amazing at the same time. He doesn't play anything. He's just like talking and stuff. It's a trip.
Interesting.
It is a trip.
Can't imagine it.
Yeah, right. I mean, it just keeps the camera rolling. It's just talking.
He's just going. He's just live editing everything. It's
Is it all live edited, or like if I pull up a video, because I'm looking at his channel now, like will it be guaranteed like live to tape, or
he'll have like a
some
lot
of
of
these?
he'll have like pre-prepared like backgrounds and like segments and stuff. But I think for
What's
the
his
most
name again?
the Sushi Dragon. I don't generally want to challenge people publicly to like a fight for any reason, but like I would fight him.
Uh-huh. Wait, like why would you fight him?
I don't know.
I thought you liked him.
Oh, I really enjoy his stuff, but like if it came down to it, I'd fight him.
Oh, okay, that's good to know. I think that's
Yeah.
good to know, because we gotta keep you guys separated. Because boy,
yeah.
we don't
I
want
know.
that.
There's like another. We were in like a Sweet 16 like podcast bracket for some fucking website. I don't even remember what it was. And then I wound up looking up the podcast that the Bombcast was like up against, and I saw that they had their own Filipino dude on the podcast, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I got incredibly
Stealing
mad
the
for
thunder.
no. Exactly. That's all I have.
Okay.
I looked him up, and then I started listening to the podcast, and I became such a big fan, and I really love his work. But I would still fight him too if it came down
This
to it.
is. I'm watching some stuff here, and this is levels of. I don't know what this is. Remember, like YouTube poop kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, this
What?
is
YouTube poop.
Yeah, it's
This
like
is news to me.
yeah, it wasn't actual pooping. This is
Wow.
Fast and Furious. Wow. This is like maybe
It's-
too. I might be too old.
I also think I'm too old. I also think I'm too old for that.
I also really messed up and did not put this in an incognito browser. So now my YouTube is ruined.
He's gonna follow you for forever.
I have to go delete all my history. Now it's just gonna be this for I hate that part of YouTube.
Vinny, what was the thing that we were looking up during Game of the Year? And it's like the bad dubbing of a music performance.
Oh, I love those. What are those called?
Oh, those are so fun. I don't know what they're called. We watched the one with like Missy Elliott's her like child like dancer. That one's so good from like the VMAs or something.
Yeah, those are from ages ago. But I watch those all the time. What the heck were they called? They had a name for
Shreds.
Shredded.
Shred,
is what
yeah.
Jeff was
Oh,
saying in
man.
chat.
I mean, those have been around for ages.
I love those. I love
That
those.
dancing one was the first one I saw, and boy, I got a real kick out of it.
There's a really good Metallica one, but that Beach Boys one gets me all the time. I think it's so good. Those shred videos are so good. I mean, those must be from like early 2000.
Yeah.
Man, I destroyed my YouTube record. Oh, I was doing so well. It was all woodworking videos. and Masterpiece Transformers now.
Mine are all like Sims
Billy.
videos. They're like sumo wrestling. But yeah, I also it's like what's interesting is what the stuff that'll like get you off track on YouTube. Like for a while, I was like seriously considering getting a Greyhound, so I googled all these like Greyhound videos, and then
Oh,
I
boy.
guess Jenna Marbles got a Greyhound, like rescued a Greyhound. So
Uh-huh.
then it's like all I had was Jenna Marbles videos, and now I watch all of her videos. Like whenever
Really?
she posts a video, I watch them. Yeah, they're good. She seems fun.
She's an interesting
I-
lady.
I will always, I don't know why, but always, if there's something in that sidebar recommendation thing that I'm like, oh, that does look interesting, I will always like right click, open it in
Oh,
incognito.
I know. I do that as well. I'm like, oh, I can't open this bag of worms.
Yeah, I can't let YouTube know that I actually watch this. I will try and hide this as much. Like, let me open a Tor browser and literally watch this over there. Also, I have like apparently looking through my history, there was a run there where I must have just gone through Bill Hader impressions for a while and just watched Bill Hader do a bunch of
okay.
impressions.
I love YouTube, man. I get like I love going down weird YouTube holes. We were talking about like YouTube holes of like YouTube culture of like this is a very specific side of YouTube. I got really into military YouTube for a while of all these people of like this is my experience in boot camp and like
Oh,
all these
wow.
videos of people going through boot camp and like reacting to boot camp videos and then just like people like vlogging like this is my military lifestyle. I live on a Navy sub.
Are
It's
they allowed to
fascinating.
do that? Like, do
They were
not,
doing it. I
do
don't
they not
know.
accidentally give out like any sensitive intel?
I mean, they're not like in like the control room. It's just like, here's our close quarters. Here's how I like my bunk is.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, YouTube is bad
Yeah,
and great and bad.
I know, but it's like a thing. I watch like probably an equal amount of YouTube as I do regular TV now, which is weird. Like it's weird how much I watch YouTube at this point.
I will watch that's probably the same for me, but it's because I don't watch a lot of TV. So like
I mean, yeah, same.
but I probably watch like a half hour YouTube maybe a day. Well, sometimes less than that. Depends. Like it depends what it is. Like I only check regularly 2 or 3 people, so it depends when their posting schedule is.
Yeah.
I got into a deep hole of fishing videos.
Oh
Wow.
this-
See, I love it. There are fucking fishing videos on YouTube.
I
Man.
know, it's great. There's this one guy that'll like catch and cook stuff, and I don't like uni, purple sea urchin at all. I think it tastes
never
too
had it.
mucusy, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no, thank you.
This dude will like straight up in like Monterey Bay or no Half Moon Bay, go out into the tide pools and he'll just grab like 35 sea urchins or whatever because apparently they're an invasive species. And the fishing regulations on them, they're like practically encouraging you to take as many as you can. And then and it's hilarious because restaurants will legit charge you like $40 for like 2 small rolls of like an uni roll.
Oh.
But this guy will just be making it there on the beach. It's insane. I love it.
Wow,
But-
I gotta check out these videos.
I'll link you.
Please do. I would love to see them.
I cleaned up my history. Everything is safe.
That's
Congratulations.
smart.
Thank
Mine is still a nightmare, but I'm gonna keep it that way. Ooh, a weird hole of YouTube that I've gotten into is like costume making YouTube. There are all of
Oh.
these women on YouTube and some men too who like make these costumes, but they also like live their life like this. There's this one woman I follow. Her name I think is like Rachel Maxey.
Okay.
And she like wears like clothes from the 50s every day. There's another woman who is like an Egyptologist or something, and she wears clothes from the 1920s every day. Then there's this other woman, I think her name is like Bernadette something, and she wears clothes from like 18th century or is it 19th century England? It seems like. Anyway, I find it fascinating.
Like wears them on the regular or wears them when they like to dress up?
Every day, it seems like this is their
that sounds
normal.
like so much
Yes.
work.
Not Bernadette Peters. Bernadette Banner.
That sounds like so much work.
I know, but they like love it. It's fascinating to me.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, apparently. Also, this one, Bernadette Banner, I'm fascinated with her too because she lives in Times Square, and
Oh
it's like
God.
clearly she has an apartment in Times Square. So I'm like, girl, not to like think about how people make their money, whatever. That's her business, but also it's hard not to think about that as well.
Right, right. That does, and she makes her own clothes, or are they like
She
they
makes a
can't
lot
do?
of, so it's usually a good mix of them being like, this is my thrifting haul. I'm thrifting. And like a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
like, this is me making a corset. And
I
a
see.
lot of like, this is how I make modern clothes look old. It's fascinating.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
I think I've moved on to the truck portion of the
I
build.
see it.
Looks like it.
I'm excited. I'm hoping I'm not fudging anything up.
Don't fudge it up. Building the truck part seems like it should be pretty straightforward. It's very Optimus Prime, the cab.
Yeah, I was worried I'd be stuck on that one piece for forever.
No.
And that I would just
Oh,
quit
that's
and
the
just do
worst when you're
something
just
else.
searching for one.
Oh, yeah. I was caught up.
Abby, have you ever been to a magic show where the magician has gotten like really mad?
Like legitimately mad?
Yeah, like I don't know, like got into a fight with an audience.
No, but I would love to see that. I did go, okay, I want to hear your story because it seems like you have one. But really quick.
No. Well, I feel like I've seen a lot of amateur magicians, and like when
Oh
people
man.
they
That
usually
seems
can play
real
it off. It
fun.
just there was one where one guy was like, "You want to do this? You get up here," and then it was just.
Oh my God.
I love being witness to that. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite thing in the world. But I was once at an improv show with maybe a greener team. It was an improv team, so it was like 8 people. So like there were 2 people like having a scene, and then one person went on and was just like doing background stuff. It was like a little distracting, not the best move, but like fine. But then a different person, a 4th person on the team, came on stage and started fighting with her to be like, why are you doing this? Get off stage. Like while this scene is happening, they were having like a fight on stage.
Oh
Boy, it was
no!
fascinating.
That sounds so awkward.
Wow. I'm all about
I
that.
was a big
Do
fan.
people like awkward laugh at it? Like, do they think it's part of a bit?
I think most people were still focusing on like the main 2, and I think it was just like kind of a weird distraction. But
yeah.
yeah, I also knew of this one team who would only perform for families, and like they all hated each other and would like fight like in the middle of the show. Like they would have a scene that's like, oh, this is a scene, but like clearly y'all are actually just digging at each other. But I think what really made me enjoy it so much was that like they were like a family show.
Oh my God.
Oh, like a Poconos style, like bringing the kids and everybody.
Yeah, pretty
Oh.
much.
I love the people who do the tours for those like resort tours where like it's like people are on a, I guess it would be like similar to like a cruise thing, like where they just do the circuit, right? And it's just like a magician who has to come and like play for these crowds, and it's I wouldn't say low rent, but like I my heart goes out to them, and they're usually so funny. I don't know, I genuinely enjoy them, and I love when they're self-aware enough. Like, here we
They're
are.
also like this weird like career, like I just work on cruise ships and I've been doing this for 20 years, which I find fascinating. I have a bunch of friends who have done like, because Second City had like, I don't think they do it anymore, but they had like some deal with, I think it was like Norwegian Cruise Lines. So it would be like, this is like one of the few paid improv jobs. So I know a ton of people who are like, I work for Second City Cruises for 4 months. And I've heard a lot of weird stories about like the musicians and the people who are like, I've been doing these for 20 years.
I've never been on a cruise. I don't think I have any.
Oh, really? I've been on a few.
No desire to go on them. Like all the like environmental stuff aside about cruises, like just the actual like giant ship thing. I don't know. It just feels like you'd be on like a big mall.
Yeah, so I went as a kid with like my family, and I think as a kid it's also like truly a lot of it depends on like the cruise line. Like some cruises are like overly crowded. some cruises, I don't know, I'm sorry I know so much about cruises, but some cruises are like they treat you a little bit better and they have more like amenities.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a kid it's fun because you have like kids clubs and you have like some of them have like rock climbing and like kids activities. But like for adults it's like you gamble and you drink and like you sit by their weird overcrowded pool. Like some of them it doesn't seem as good. And then like when you actually go to the destination it's like, okay, you have 6 hours to explore this one spot that we dropped you off at that's very touristy, and then you have to come right back onto the boat or we'll leave without you.
Oh god.
Which is all fascinating. So as a kid I enjoyed them, but I think if you actually want to go see a place, they're not so great. I know some folks who do them because they're afraid of flying. So it's like their alternative.
Yeah, I thought about taking a train to New York once.
That would take a long time.
Yeah, 5 days apparently.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. That sounds like they have those like sleeper car ones.
Yeah.
Well, but I've been on one. I went from I think it was like DC to Florida. And that was like I think like a couple days, but we didn't have like a full sleeper car. We just had like chairs that reclined kind of a lot, like more than usual, but not that much. And it wasn't the most pleasant thing in the world.
Right. Yes, that's like taking a bus overnight.
Yeah.
My brother's moving to Australia, and so like my older brother and I looked up like, all right, how are we going to do this? How are we going to visit him? Flying to Australia is going to be too expensive, especially with families. And I looked up taking a boat. Like, okay, maybe taking boats to Australia would be like cheaper and fun, and it would take a while, but. And they're all like $30,000 or $40,000 trips to go to like Australia because it wants to stop at all these islands.
Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing. And the
nobody
other
is like, I want the like efficient old timey like on a boat.
Well, the other option is you like buy a cabin on a cargo boat that like you buy the extra space on a boat that's like shipping. And kind of like stay on the boat while they're shipping stuff back and forth if there's extra room.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do you have to like bring like camping gear?
I don't know because it also was like $30,000.
Oh, really?
And then at some point I was like talking to my older brother, be like, at that point, let's just buy a boat. We'll just buy a boat and like let's just go. But yeah, because also I don't want to fly. That's such a long trip.
I would love to go to Australia. Is it like a 20-hour flight? Like how long is it?
I think it depends how direct you get it. From I think flying out of the West Coast is probably a little easier, right? Jan, probably right. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'd at MythBusters, the production house was located out of Australia, so we'd get a bunch of folks coming in and out. Like a lot of our directors would be Australian, and they'd give fun little nicknames to everyone. Like there was a camera guy named Scott, but they would call him Sawzat for some reason. And they tried to make Janza happen, but it just would not stick because I already have a short name.
Right. They just
made your name longer.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh my god. The nightmare of that though was like sending footage back to Australia because their internet is not the best. So we would have to physically ship hard drives and discs that we'd be filming on to Australia, and it'd always be the most nerve-wracking thing that like, what if it gets lost? What if it gets lost and we just lost the whole episode? Oh my god. But luckily nothing ever happened. And Australia would get stuff fine.
Hey, can you talk about some of the production stuff for MythBusters? I won't ask you anything that's secretive, but like just kind of nuts and bolts stuff.
Yeah, I want to know the secrets. I want to know the dirty stuff that they don't want out there.
I want to know how long from the end of principal shooting to the final edit did it take?
Generally like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and how many editors would be working on it?
3.
3. Wow.
Yeah,
okay, 2 weeks with 3 people full time per episode, or they'd be doing other stuff?
Generally about 3 weeks, if I recall correctly. One person would be in charge of making like all the motion graphics, and the other 2 would just be like heads down, focusing on getting like the edit out.
But there must have been like assistant editors too, right?
Like they assist each other. Like the whenever me and the other assistant camera guy would send footage over, we'd kind of have to keep logs of like what's on the tapes.
Okay, make it
Like-
a little easier to pull stuff.
Yeah, it's like, hey, like these are the
Oh,
highlights here. Focus on these, but there's additional B-roll if you need this, and that.
And then were you working on MythBusters at the time that they had the second team going with oh gosh, what are their names?
Wow, I did not
Tori?
watch that much MythBusters, I guess.
Yes, Tori and the two other people. I can't remember their names.
Carrie and Grant.
Yes, Grant. Okay, yes.
Do you stay in touch with them? Were y'all friends?
I did not. I just met them. I had popped on the show after they had got let go from the show.
Okay, so you weren't working during the. I was wondering if they shot that stuff at any time similar or in a similar time frame, or if those were just completely independent shoots happening.
Oh, those were like constant things going on. There were like two different units like constantly shooting stuff. So there'd be like the main team at like the main warehouse working with Adam and Jamie, and then like another team that'd be just shooting, and that include like a producer, a director, and then like a smaller camera team that would go with Grant and the other two to do stuff. And yeah, they worked fairly independently from each other, from what I was able to gather by the time I hopped on the crew.
Okay, interesting. And then who did the audio pass? Was there an audio person, or did the editor do the audio passes?
So we would have a yeti of a man doing the audio for most of. Well, I forget if he did both teams or not.
For the shoots.
Yeah, we would have like
Okay.
a singular audio guy, and then he was like an absolute ace at his job, because like he'd pretty much just have to hit record if there was like frustrations with a build, or if there was like a two camera type of thing that a producer needed.
Yeah.
But oh my god, it'd be hard drives full of just like waiting around for stuff to happen. But that's what would make the show so much easier to edit, is because like, all right, here's when the explosion happens, or here's when the stuff
Right.
works, or when it doesn't work.
And you just have tons of B-roll.
Tons of B-roll.
Okay, now for a little dirt. I won't be that pressing, but were there times, and exactly when were they, when when they would be like, one of the principal talents would get mad and be like, stop freaking filming, just turn that camera off, get that thing out of my face.
That happens all the time at Giant Bomb.
Yeah, constantly. Everyone thinks we're constantly doing stuff live, but we have like a long
No.
delay.
It's a lot of editing, actually. People throw tantrums all the time.
Yeah.
Because
Don't get-
there must be moments where like something's not going right, and somebody was sticking a camera in their face and be like, "Can you just turn that thing off like for like 10 minutes while I figure this out?"
Surprisingly, no.
Oh wow.
Like,
okay, being
Yeah,
nice.
that makes sense to me. I feel like it's also like, I mean, imagine in our job, like we have so many times where this game's kind of busted, and like it can maybe be a little frustrating. But it's like, well, whatever. We'll figure it out. Let's
Yeah, but like
try something else.
imagine if somebody were shooting us in the control room when stuff isn't going bad, and just like sticking cameras in our face and be like, "What's happening now?" And be like, "You just need to leave while I fix this, so I can get this stream going." It needed to go like, "I need to just work on this. Just please leave."
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, we've said that to each other when it's like, hey, I can't answer your stupid question. Just fucking plug in the keyboard. You know where the cable is. Just plug it in.
Right, or like, right, you'll be like, "Just move. I've got this." Like, I'll just.
Yeah.
Generally, like it'd be like, yeah, I can't remember a time that anyone got like really frustrated. The camera team would just kind of be flies on the wall most of the time, and just be like watching from like a distance or like right up in their face. Also, I think by the time that I hopped on the show, like the two primary hosts would just be so like used to having a camera around them that
Oh
they
right,
could
because
just,
it's
like,
been like
tap
10
in.
years by that point.
yeah, so they could just like tap into like a weird state of mind of just being comfortable having a camera in their face.
Okay, that makes sense. I always got the sense that Jamie would rather just be doing the work and not have the cameras there, and really like the showmanship of it. That was my sense, and you don't have to comment on it, but that was the sense I got of Jamie was like way into the builds and everything, and the camera was a way to fund all that stuff, and Adam really liked the whole presentation and showmanship.
Yeah. This truck is almost done. Um, it was a fun relationship, and I'm not going to say which one of them, but at one point on a remote shoot, I remember an individual, one of them, walking into the hotel lobby with an obscene amount of Taco Bell.
Oh hell yeah! Oh cool.
And I was a PA at the time, and it was generally my job to like go get the host's food if it wasn't during a shoot. But then, yeah, it was an obscene amount of Taco Bell, and I was impressed.
Wait,
And
did they put it away? They finished the Taco Bell?
they brought it themselves on the way to the hotel.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when you say obscene, when I think an obscene amount of
Yeah,
Taco
have
Bell
you
for one
seen
sitting,
Vinny eat?
it would
Have you
be.
heard about his
I'm talking
Domino's?
like it's got to be like a Macy's bag, like that size, like a big, like that's an
That's so funny. I'm imagining any bag, like that's not just like a small brown bag. Obscene.
no, like
Like more than 3 tacos. That's obscene.
like think how far $20 gets you at Taco Bell. You can get like 7 items for $20 at a Taco Bell. So
Oh
like
my god.
an obscene amount of Taco Bell would be like I just spent $50 at a Taco Bell, and look, this is obscene.
Like
Uh,
are either of you familiar with that episode of Seinfeld where Elaine's making fun of someone because they walk like they're holding 2 suitcases?
Oh yeah. Yes, I love that one.
It was like that amount
And then
of
just,
Taco
like,
Bell.
swing your arms, like knocking the bags over or all the stuff on the desk. Anyway.
It was like that
okay,
amount
so
of
yeah,
Taco Bell.
if you have to use 2 hands for the Taco Bell order, that's a lot of Taco
Yeah, that is a lot of Taco Bell.
I 3 tacos though. If they're crunchy tacos, I can see where you're coming from. 3
I
tacos is a
usually-
meal though, right? Don't
Yeah.
they sell like
Yeah,
a
I
3
get
taco
3
meal?
And then they
tacos
give
and
you a
that's
bonus
it.
taco.
Or I'll get like 2 tacos and like a cheesy burrito thing. I haven't had Taco
don't-
Bell in so long though.
I don't think I've had Taco Bell in years.
Oh,
so,
it hasn't been that long for me, but man, I love Taco.
I wouldn't even know. I think that was probably on a work trip. Was the last time I had Taco Bell.
Oh gosh.
Ages ago.
It's funny because I'd always kind of be in charge of having to pick a place for a shoot. Not a place for a shoot. Where to eat during a shoot,
Oh.
and it'd be the most nerve-wracking thing because you'd have to keep in mind people's dietary restrictions. And thankfully, there weren't a lot of those. But there was one of the producers I was really cool with. I would constantly beg him, asking like, "Eric, please, can we just try Taco Bell one time? I bet everyone will love it." And he looked at me he kept looking at me every single time I brought it up, and he just looked at me. He's like, "Jan, we can't go to Taco Bell. We cannot go to Taco Bell. We have too high of a budget to just go to Taco Bell." And then
Really?
Yeah. And then there was this one shoot where it was just like me, a PA, and then like 3 of our builders, and our builders were the people like kind of doing the behind the scenes like building stuff. And I brought up to Eric saying like, "Hey buddy, like it's just a couple of us. What if we just go in on some Taco Bell?" And then he looks at me and then he just goes like, "God damn it, Jan, you're right. Let's get some Taco Bell." And I spent an obscene amount of money at Taco Bell, and it was glorious, and we all felt like garbage afterwards, but it was great. It was a fantastic bonding experience with everyone.
Did they all enjoy it as well?
Yeah, they were like, finally, like shitty garbage food. How come it's been so long?
I never got the vibe that like Busters were precious about their food, but what do I know? They did seem like they can go in some garbage food.
The folks that be builders could go in on some garbage food. Oh my God. Also, there was this one time we were stuck in Jackson, California, which is right outside Ione, California, which is like an hour out of Sacramento. And we were stuck cleaning up debris from a man-made lake because we blew up a boat. And the producer said, because he felt bad that we were all stuck there another day, it's like, all right, like just go to the steakhouse and like order whatever you want, like just put it on my card. And one of the builders took that very seriously, and like he recorded the producer saying like, "Get whatever you want, put it on my card." And like
When you
had
say
that-
builders, what exactly is who are the builders?
like the fabricators, like they're generally like the people off camera that have helped build the things.
Okay, so they're not necessarily the ones doing the lines or the experiments, but they're helping out.
Yeah,
making the props and everything. Okay.
Oh god, I just lost a piece.
I heard that.
Jan, no.
Jan, stop everything. All right,
We're safe.
put a pin in
Oh
it.
boy. Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna remember where you were in your story.
Oh, that's a wheel too. That's like vital.
And so he had that taped, and so we went to the steakhouse, and like, you know, I was still like fairly new to the production and stuff. I didn't want to go too hog wild, especially if you know, I didn't want my, based off what I ordered, to affect my employment. But then
Never want that. No. Yes.
no. But the builder that had specifically recorded the producer saying "get whatever you want" ordered the heaviest steak there, and like in terms
Sure,
of
of course.
ounces.
Yeah.
Sure.
The like the 14
The
pounder.
largest.
Yeah. And he, like in the description of the steak, it said like, oh yeah, it's a nice like 72-ounce cut. We trimmed the fat off, blah, blah, blah. And he goes to the poor waitress and he asks like, hey, what if I don't want any of the fat cut off? What if I just want all of it? And she looks at him
Why would you want that?
because it's free.
Oh man. Okay.
But like, you don't want to eat the fat.
Listen, I understand where he's coming from, but it's still funny.
And this specific builder is the most, in one of them. Well, everyone is very, very interesting. But specifically, he was the most redneck person I knew. He had like an American
Cool.
flag tattoo on his arm, but he was from New Zealand.
Okay.
All right.
Like I think his parents his parents were American, but then like they moved to New Zealand, and he grew up there, so he just picked up the New Zealand accent.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Very fascinating, man. But yeah,
So wait, did he get the steak?
yeah, they had to bring it out in 2 plates.
How much fat was on it?
It was a lot of fat.
Okay. The
Did he eat
biggest
the
question
fat?
was,
The
yeah,
fat
did
is
he
well,
eat?
I like truly
ate-
don't understand. Fat
he
is
ate the whole-
gross. The texture's weird.
He ate the whole thing. He
He just had bites of fat.
Yeah, he did
I
it.
can't. Like, I like fat in like bacon. There are certain things like I'm cool with fat on, like a little bit, but like I don't want a mouthful of fat.
He
Oh,
was
come
going
on.
in.
Did you ever see The Great Outdoors?
No.
Okay, well, there's a great scene with John Candy where he does the big old steak eating contest, and then it's good. The Great Outdoors is a great movie.
I will say there was a separate time where we had visited the same steakhouse for a different shoot. And someone had gotten like a dessert steak like you would at, I don't know, House of Prime Rib. And he had just eaten meat. Like he didn't have any of his sides, no veggies or anything. And generally, like thankfully enough, like we all got our own rooms. But
I don't like where this is going.
we
I know.
needed an extra
We're leaving the
builder.
restaurant now.
We needed an extra builder, so the builder was sharing the room with the gentleman that had ordered a separate gentleman that had ordered like a big steak. And he went to the bathroom, you know, nighttime activities and stuff, and he could just hear the person just groaning. And,
Oh,
and I apologize if the story's a little bit too like
Who actually groans when they crap though? Like, I've had like some like
So-
we've
so-
all been sick before, but I've never
Yeah.
actually groaned.
just think how bad that must be. That where you're just thinking about your life on that. I was just.
But and then like, you know, the poor guy that had to like share the room with the guy was just like, oh no, like I hope he's okay. And then he just heard the groaning just continue on, and eventually he heard a thud.
Oh no!
And
Did
it
he
wasn't,
pass out?
and he
Or was it the
starts
poop?
knocking on the bathroom, and then he's not getting a response from the guy, and he
Oh no!
he has to open the door, and the poor gentleman had passed out from pooping too hard.
Wait,
you gotta
okay,
breathe, guy. You gotta breathe.
Was he also drinking?
He had like a glass of red wine.
One glass? Wait,
Uh,
okay.
So wait, did he
I
come
want
in?
to pause. He's okay,
a
right?
question.
like,
Oh
like,
yeah, he's okay. He was fine.
Okay, good. We
He
get
just,
to
like-
make sure that's clear.
That wasn't my question.
He didn't Elvis himself or anything.
No, he's
Oh, I
still
forgot
alive.
about that.
Okay.
Wow. People are outing themselves for doing the same thing in chat. Anyway, so when he came into the bathroom, I have a few questions. So the guy's passed out, right?
Yes.
Out.
Yes.
How much
passed
poop
out,
is
out.
in the toilet?
There's
Is there
like
any poop outside the toilet? Like,
Oh,
was he like
no.
trying and then fainted and then like just kept spraying, or like what happened?
Yes.
Oh,
What?
cool.
Okay. That is,
Gentlemen,
Oh,
ladies,
Okay.
gentlemen, hello.
Matt
dog.
Rory, I was just gonna
Oh.
Matt Rory, I was just gonna say my favorite steak restaurant story involves you, but I'll let you tell that story.
Oh, I don't know if I know it, but
Oh, you definitely know it.
do I? I don't know. I just joined into at the tail end of the stream. I'm gonna play some Free Space 2 in a bit. I didn't mean to interrupt the poop stories, but it felt pretty appropriate. Yeah. What's your favorite steak story? I mean, we've had every year when Giant Bomb East comes out, we usually go out for a staff dinner at a steakhouse. I'm assuming it's one of these. Did I eat too much?
No. I don't know if I don't know if we should tell it. I don't know if you're cool telling. No, but it was before you worked at Giant Bomb, and we all went out to.
Oh no, I've told the story before. Yeah. So I was at Obsidian at the end of during the 08 to 010. I decided Storm is here. I went to E3 and I was gonna get everybody out for let me buy you guys dinner. I got a fucking expense card and I got an expense card. I got I can expense this, and I was like, let me take you out to CPK. I'm like turn my mic down a little bit because
I got you, Roy. I got you.
All right. So people said I could. Let me take you guys out to dinner. You, Ryan, Jeff. I want to say maybe Rich Gallup was there too, maybe. And CPK was closed, so the nearest
That's
thing.
California Pizza Kitchen for those who don't know.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, $100 for 5 people. No, next door was
Like Ruth's Chris.
No, it was Morton's. It was Morton's Steakhouse.
Morton's.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
You're just like order whatever you want.
It's great, dude. Don't worry about it. 5 people. I think it was $600 later. I get the bill, and I'm like, I guess I can. I go back to Fergus Urquhart, the CEO of Obsidian, and I thought I was gonna get fired. I seriously thought I was gonna get fired. He looks up at me. Like, now I'm back up. Now I need to be back up.
You're good. You're good.
All right. And I go into his office. I thought he was gonna. He looks at me like, "Oh, are they pressed? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. Buy them whatever
Oh
they
my
want."
gosh.
He just
That's-
goes, whatever they want. Trust me, it's fine.
I just
Oh,
remember
no.
when that bill came, you'd be like, oh boy. oh no.
This is a little bit more than what I expected. Yeah, everybody's saying I'm low now, but I'm gonna be on in about 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna play some Free Space 2. I just want to join in real quick and let people know before this transition. Take your time though, Jen. It looks like you're almost done, right?
I think I'm so close.
Why don't you finish up? I'll be around in chat. Whenever you're done, I'll flip over. If you could just update the banners and promos and stuff like that, and the category. That's always what I forget when I'm doing my own.
I got you, Roar Dog.
Awesome. Here's Yolanda
Ro-
too. Just everybody's showing
Hi,
me.
Yolanda.
Hello, Yolanda.
Rory, I definitely want to come watch some of your Free Space stuff for a little while. So I'm going to bounce out right now, just shove a little food in my face, and I'm going to come back for that.
Do it. I'll be here in chat. I was supposed to get Snyder on today, but we moved the times around a little bit, so he's not going to be able to join. So if you want to, feel free to talk for whatever you like.
I'd love to see it.
Free Space 2 is an amazing game, and I think it's going to be fun to play.
I love Free Space too. And you're using the mod, right? The looks gorgeous mod.
Gnosis mod or something like that. But yeah, I'll be back on in about 5 minutes. I'll watch Jan's end of the stream. I'll bounce out of chat. I'm just gonna get set up. But yeah, stick around if you're in chat. We're gonna have some fun.
Cool.
I'm so close. I'm so close.
Thanks, guys. Take your time,
All
Jan.
right.
It's no big hurry at all.
No,
I'll see you
now
in a
it's a
bit.
hurry.
Man.
Okay, I'm going to bounce out for a little bit too. Thank you guys for sharing your stories.
Thank you.
They were very good. All right, see you guys later.
Bye. Jan, what's your favorite Lego build?
Oh boy. I really got into Bionicles as a kid. Do you remember what those were?
Interesting. I know what they are. I've never built them, but I know what they are.
Abby, I asked Vinny this. I think I might have asked you this before, but like, what did you want to
Okay.
be when you grew up as a kid?
As a kid, like a little kid,
Yeah. I really wanted to be a detective.
Oh, that's fun. You know, the first thing I remember wanting to be was a plastic surgeon because
Oh.
I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be a surgeon, and I thought all surgeons were like ER doctors and would have like wild hours, and I wanted normal hours. So I was like, I'll be a plastic surgeon, and then I can make my own appointment.
Oh yeah.
So it was plastic surgeon. I wanted to be a plastic surgeon.
Oh God.
It's
What's
the
your
answer.
favorite build you've done with Lego?
I probably my Saturn V because it looks really nice after the fact. It looks like Legos, but it doesn't look as much like Legos as some other things. Like it's just a really nice build. It also was a fun build because it's like really colorful on the inside. I feel like there are some Lego builds that are gray, but the
Yeah.
Saturn V was really colorful on the inside. It's really smartly made where like the pieces come apart, how the actual rocket comes apart. It's just a cool build.
I like my Lego like lasagna, and that like I like a lot of hefty
Lego
layers.
lasagna.
Like layers to the Lego.
Oh, sure. Well, what's cool about the Saturn V is it's all round. Like it's totally rounded.
Oh.
So it's like I've never built this is the first Lego build I've done that's like a tube basically.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Tater, my cat's on the table right now. He might get us into trouble. Let's see
Hello,
if I can
Tater.
get him really close to the mic. Tater? He's sniffing, but he's not purring or anything. Tater?
Tater.
Can y'all hear?
I heard something.
He's being feisty, but ow, he's just biting me. Anyway. Ow, Tater. Oh, see you later, buddy. He ran off. Thank goodness. Anyway.
Oh, Abby, I'm
You,
so
you
close.
have any pets? I know. I can't wait to see it done.
I don't have any pets. I got a bunch of friends that I call my dogs.
Okay.
That's the closest
Cool.
I have.
Have you had pets before?
Yes, actually, family dog, and for whatever reason, she was named Gucci.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know if that was like trying to flex on other
Yeah.
folks, but yeah, it's just sweet, good old Gucci. May she rest in peace.
Yeah. That's pretty
Oh,
good.
but I have an uncle that has too many cats.
Oh, how many? I feel like any more than 2 is too many. I know a lot of people have 3 cats, but truly having 2 cats feels like a lot, and any more than that is like, man, you really have cats.
He had 4.
Wow, yes. That's too many.
Oh, snap. Abby, I think we've got...
Yay!
think
Look
we
how
got
good
it.
it looks.
Let's put the bowls away. So let's see here.
Oh,
Got the
man.
truck, which was a pretty fast build, and then the bed. Oh, shit. And then...
I love how much smaller the truck is to the shuttle.
I know. And
That truck
then
is really cool, though.
this goes there. And voila. Here we are. Look at that. Rolls and everything.
That's cool. Yay!
Wow. Oh,
That's
boy.
me clapping.
I can hear it and I feel it. Check this shit out.
Wow. What are you going to do with it? Where do you put it? Do you display all your Legos? What do you do?
So I've been thinking lately about disassembling some of like the smaller kits and then just giving them to like younger family members.
Oh, that's really nice. That's great.
Yeah.
I disassemble mine and put them into a giant Lego head storage thing. But
Ooh.
yours is a much nicer thing.
No, I kind of want to do what you would do, but I just don't have the space. If I had more space, I'd be fucking
Yes.
yeah, hog wild. But look at that. Abby, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. What a cool, fun build. You
Yeah.
ended right on time, too. Perfect.
Nothing but on time ever. Oops.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this shit's wild because like if I were to disassemble this, I could still do this other truck and a helicopter or this mobile home. And I kind of want to do the mobile home, but I have like 2 other kits that I've saved away and stuff. But yeah. Well, folks watching, thanks for sticking around and listening to us gab about any and everything. and trash talking magicians and people that
Yes.
have odd hobbies.
Exactly. Thank
Abby,
you for having me, Jan.
you got a charity stream. We got a charity stream going on later,
Yes,
right?
9 p.m. Come check it out.
9 p.m.
We are going to be playing Jackbox games. It should be me and Ben Pack and Alex Navarro and Ron Funches and Janina Gavankar. So please come by. I think it'll be a fun time.
Can you
I
tell
hope to
Ron
see you
Funches
there.
something for me?
Sure. You can join the stream and tell him yourself if you'd like to.
I'm too shy.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Can you tell him I loved him in Trolls?
Yes, I would be happy to do that. I'm sure he would be very flattered to hear it.
Also, Abby, what do you and I have to do to get into like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 3?
Oh, that's a great question. I should probably start by seeing any of the movies because I've seen none of them.
There we go. That's all we need.
But I really think we just got to put it out into the ether. You got to just like let the world know you want to be in it. And then eventually, you know, it's like the dream. The magic will happen and you'll be there.
The magical will be happen.
I want to play a meatball.
Yeah, let's both be meatballs.
Okay, great.
Fantastic. Well, Abby, you want to count down from 3 for me, and then we'll just fade to black?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Fade into black. Mics are still kind of hot. I'll just stop recording now.
Yay. Okay.
We're still going. Audio's still going out. Let me kill that for the